gosh, I did it again. Are you leading me on, or are we more than friends? Oh my gosh, I misread this sign. I had too much to think, just too much on my mind. Are we alright, dear, or are we falling apart? Is it alright? I fear we can't rewind and restart. If it's alright, dear, I'd like to begin anew. If that's alright, if that's alright, if that's alright with you. My gosh, I don't understand. You won't reciprocate, though I've played my best hand. And oh my gosh, my thoughts you won't leave. If I could just hit rewind, oh, what would that achieve? Are we alright, dear, or are we falling apart? Is it alright? I fear we can't rewind and restart. If it's alright, dear, I'd like to begin anew. If that's alright, if that's alright, if that's alright with you. Are we alright, dear, or are we falling apart? Is it alright? I fear we can't rewind and restart. If it's alright, dear, I'd like to begin anew. If that's alright, if that's alright, if that's alright with you. You met me once, twice, then you found someone new. I wasn't right, I wasn't right, I wasn't right for you.
The Alpha Sessions.
This is the Alpha Sessions, and I'm here with Chris from Words and Noises. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good.
You played an awesome mini set for us, so thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
It actually made me think whilst I was listening about your influences and your inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
And please don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
But the first thing I thought was a cross between David Gray and Alt J rolled into one, which I think is really awesome.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I usually get James Blunt straight away, which is not a comparison I like. So, no, I'll go with those. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're kind of how I imagine if you mix the two of them would sound. in a totally good way, by the way. I'm fans of them both.
I can kind of hear that. Yeah.
Cool,
Good.
perfect. So, Words and Noises consists of who?
So there's me.
Yep,
I'm Chris.
obviously.
Yep, and my friend Simon, who a few years ago I used to do like my own solo thing, and I had a backing band, very modestly titled the Chris Selman Band. And Simon was
Awesome.
my drummer at the time.
Yeah.
And various reasons, people moved away, started having kids, whatever reasons, they couldn't commit to the band anymore. But Simon and I wanted to carry on doing a music project.
Awesome.
And I had new songs, and we kind of just carried on doing this. It was kind of a seamless progression that kind of finished a few years ago, and then this started.
Ah, okay. So how long ago was this?
About 3 years ago, we did our first demo in the summer of 2013, and it got a bit of airplay, and people seemed to like it, and we thought, yeah, we'll carry this on. Yeah.
So obviously, before that, having the Chris Selman Band, when did the music thing start for you?
Oh, years ago. I mean, I've always done music. I was in bands in college, in sixth form, all through university. So, yeah, we're looking at many, many years ago. I started properly releasing and touring maybe about 6-7 years ago.
And have you found that over time your sound has changed?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
So, the original stuff was very, I guess, a kind of acoustic-y singer-songwriter, and a lot of it was influenced by kind of Britpop, whereas I found a wider range of influences. I don't know if you've heard the EP, but there's a lot more of a kind of electronic influence as well. So there's more kind of keyboards and synths.
Yeah.
Whereas the older stuff was very much just kind of guitar and sort of rock band stuff.
Did that feel like a natural progression for you? Or?
Yeah, I suppose so. Just as I kind of started listening to more things, like when I went away to uni, I studied music, and there were lots of people on there with lots of different influences. I took in all their music and kind of broadened my horizons.
Yeah, but did it happen? I always find this really interesting. Did it happen like just naturally, or did you make a conscious effort to make those changes?
Oh, that's a good question.
I dig a bit deep sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think I've consciously tried to
Make it different.
Yeah, kind of force a synth onto a track or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've gradually over time become maybe a bit more ambitious and started thinking maybe we could try, this song might sound a bit generic on just guitar and drums. What if I switch that for a piano? Or what if we got some strings on here? How would that sound? And
So a bit more experimental, kind of.
yeah. Maybe a bit of trial and error, but it seems to have produced something quite nice.
Awesome. So you're just about to release your third EP.
Yes, that's right. It's called The Collector. It was recorded earlier this year in Manchester. We use the same studio as Elbow, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Although they've got the big fancy room at the top, and we use like basically a broom cupboard, but
A bit like the studio we're in now then. Well, how it used to be, less so now.
I think it might be even smaller than this, to be honest. But yeah, it's a really cool studio, really good people that work there, and then we've had it mastered at Abbey Road, which is
Awesome.
lovely. So yeah, it all sounds very glossy.
Why is it called The Collector?
There's a character on one of the songs called The Collector, who's a bit of a monster, really, who kind of goes around collecting people's hearts and feelings and then just abandoning them. And it's, I guess it's kind of named after that person, I suppose. I thought it sounded like a cool name.
Yeah, that is cool.
So, yeah, I usually pinch the EP title from a lyric in a song. I was just reading through the song lyrics and thought, that could
okay.
work. Yeah.
I'm with you on that. And in terms of like picking songs for the EP, how does it work? Do you write them especially for the EP, or are there songs that you slowly built up a catalogue of and you select them, or?
Well, it's kind of a bit of both. So I do always have like an ongoing catalogue of. There's one song on this EP called The Morning After, which has existed for years and years and years, but I've never been quite happy with it.
So why now? Like, what is it that makes you choose, if it's been around for years, what is it that makes you choose that song for this particular occasion?
Well, I do keep working on my songs, and I'll revisit them maybe every few months or maybe once a year. And if I make a few tweaks and think, actually, that is ready, I'm quite happy with that now. But also, when I wrote Play Your Cards, I thought this could be like the focal point for a new EP. So I'll maybe try and see if there's anything else that matches up with it, or if I can write anything else along a similar theme. So it's a bit of both. There could be a song that inspires a new EP.
Yeah.
Or I could revive one of the lost classics.
We'll meet at the coffee shop
on the far side of town. I'll meet you at 10 o'clock, but all you do is let me down. 'Cause you're surgically attached to your telephone. You're just like everyone that I've ever known. But it's unnecessary for our communication, so put your phone away and have a conversation. We'll get some food and go out and catch a cab in a town. And our mates will be about, and then we can all our sorrows drown. Now you don't need to check in all the online reviews or keep up with the gossip or celebrity news. So at the taxi rank by the old bus station, we'll put our phones away, we'll have a conversation. Top 10 list. Oh, but when you're on your phone, I may as well be here on my own. Now I've got nothing to say to you until I know that my words get through. No, I've got nothing to say to you until I know my words get through. We'll meet at the coffee shop on the far side of town. Meet you at 10 o'clock, and we can put our telephones down.
The Alpha Sessions.
Can we talk about the artwork? Because that is something quite special.
Okay, yeah.
It's bordering on animation, I would say. You could easily go with a music video that kind of uses that same style and turns it into, I don't know, an animated music video.
Yeah, I would absolutely love to do that, but I don't actually know anyone that does kind of animated videos. I know lots of graphic designers and lots of artists who will do bits and pieces of artwork.
For people that haven't seen it, do you want to describe it for us?
Are you talking about the EP or the single?
The one I particularly noticed was one of the single, which is super cool.
With the cassette tape on. Is that one? No? Okay.
No, the one of the person that looks like he's blue.
Right, okay, yeah, that'll be the player cards one. Sorry.
Okay.
I've had 3 artworks commissioned by the same guy for the EP and 2 singles, so but they're all along a kind of similar animation theme. I don't know where to begin with it. I've known the guy, his name's Luke Thornhill, he's a graphic designer based in London, and he did some artwork for me maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought his style would really suit these new songs, so I'd asked if he could maybe do something new for me, and he was happy to be on board. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's awesome. I think it's
super cool. It's become like, from what I can see, almost like part of the Words and Noises brand.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's really cool. Go and check it out.
Yeah, please do. It's cool. Really cool. And check out Luke's stuff. It's awesome.
Sorry, back to your music. Kind of went off on a tangent there a little bit. In terms of, let's go back to the EP again. How long did it take to record?
So we do most of the recording pretty quickly. So we'll demo stuff relentlessly until it's perfect to go into the studio. The actual recording process, about 4 or 5 days.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because studio time is very expensive.
Yeah.
And we're not a huge band, so we don't have unlimited resources. I think it was 4 days spent on the recording and then a bit of extra time for mixing and mastering. But yeah, it was pretty quick. But there's a lot of work that goes into the sort of pre-production and preparing that.
Yeah.
So.
So when you get into the studio, do you have a clear idea of what you want, or is it kind of like, oh well, we'll collaborate with this and they'll help us and we'll experiment with this? And
usually most of the experimentation goes on beforehand, so we know what works. And they do have some fancy, expensive toys in the studio, so we might try some of their posh synthesizers, just see what works. But we've got a good idea of sort of 90% of the building blocks of the tracks before we take them to the studio.
Do you ever have disagreements with Simon about what you want and what he wants and how to make it work?
Not really. So I mean, Simon is very honest,
Yeah.
which is good because I need that feedback. Because
Yeah.
whenever I write something, I always think, oh, that's lovely, isn't it? You know, because everyone, it's hard to look objectively at something you've just created. So I will send Simon through several songs, and he'll tell me which ones he thinks are the best.
Yeah.
And then we'll work on those together.
And does he write the percussion bit for it, or is it very much
so
you and he adapts it, or?
I give him sort of how I think it should sound,
Okay.
and I'll sort of key that in on a synthesizer and send
Yeah.
the demo over to him. But I do always say, you know, if you've got something that you think would work, or if you think this is really naff or cheesy, feel free to make it cooler.
Yeah.
Which he does. Yeah.
It is good for an outsider to be quite objective, I think, with things like that.
Yeah, it's very helpful. And I think it makes the songs much better.
Yeah, absolutely. So you've just arrived in London in the last year or so. You've played quite a few gigs.
Yeah, so not huge venues, but all the kind of cool little venues.
Have you got a favourite one so far?
Ooh.
Sorry, that's quite a question.
That is tricky. Played a show last year at the Good Ship in Kilburn.
Yep, great venue that
It
is.
is, yeah. And it's just a really nice space. It's quite unusual with like the stage downstairs, but
Yeah.
all kind of open and people can view from above. I just really like the setup of that. But it has been cool to play like really iconic venues like the Dublin Castle. That was a good gig.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you must do before you go on stage? Like a ritual or something?
No,
No?
that's a
No
really...
particular type of beer that you must have, or
Oh,
if
no.
you had a rider, say Budget Was Endless, you were a famous musician, and you could have anything you wanted before you went on stage, what would it be?
I'm the least rock and roll person going, so I
So we're
just
not going to have to start picking out loads of different colour M&Ms for you.
Well, if you're offering. Yeah. No, I just make sure I have loads and loads of water. and
Okay.
That's it. And it
That's
can be as posh as you like, so if you want to get really fancy Waitrose water, you're more than welcome.
So not from the tap, which is
Oh,
what
no.
we've given you.
Yeah, just water. I'm really, really unexciting. That's probably not even a word.
Don't say that. You are exciting. Cool. So how can we find out more about you, Chris?
So we're all over the internet.
Yeah.
Wordsandnoises.com is our main website.
Yeah.
We're all over Facebook /Words and Noises, Twitter /Words and Noises. We're pretty ropey at Instagram, but the others are good, and we're trying to get up to speed with that. So
Cool. Why Words and Noises? Final question.
So again, it's actually a lyric from one of my really old songs.
Okay.
The first single that I released as a solo artist about 6-7 years ago.
Okay.
It made a reference to not understanding songs. They're just a bunch of words and noises.
Yeah.
And I kind of just took that and I've run with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You know I only manage 2 kinds of emotion. There's one about your terror, one I tell it devotion. I never found a middle ground, somewhere in between. The one where my heart is sound and my head serene. My heart is but a keepsake and you are the collector. But you've a charm that's hard to break, I need a protector. Oh, you've a look and smile you used to manipulate. I know after a while that I'll be thin, I'll end up full of hate. Oh. You know you really got me working up an appetite, and you can satisfy it if you play your cards right. Now everything I have is on the table. My heart is young and my body's able. Now everything we do is devoid of emotion. Why did we try so hard only to go through the motions? I feel I was abandoned at the start of
taking back what I'm owed. When we're out, you say that I don't find you distracting. But oh my dear, I fear you might be overreacting. Because to fall in love with you, it would be bad for my health. I never knew a man who could love you like you love yourself. You know, you really got me working up this appetite, and you can satisfy it if you play your cards right. Now everything I have is on the table. My heart is young and my body's able. Now everything we do is devoid of emotion. Why did we try so hard only to go through the motions? I feel I was abandoned at the side of the road. You're cruising underhand, and now I'm taking back what I'm owed. You know, you really got me waking up this appetite, and you can satisfy it if you play your cards right. Now everything I have is on the table. My heart is young and my body's able. Everything I have is on the table. My heart is young when my body is able.